Yes, yes, y'all, and it don't stop. Welcome to another episode of Rap. Revolutionary Advanced People. You feel me? My rap is no cap. All we do is rap on this show, you feel me? Or this little page or whatever, you feel me? My name is RJ, you feel me? Your host, you feel me? And, like I said from the videos before, we talk about situations from a man's point of view, from a man's aspect, from a man's way of thinking. Manosphere, hashtag Manosphere, this is a man show, you feel me? But we do cover topics that are broadened. It's just that, we speak on it from a man's view, you feel me? So, before we get into any more thing, I just want to tell everybody to like and subscribe if you appreciate the content. You feel me? We need as much likes and subscribes as we need as much likes and subscriptions as we can to get this thing blowing up and get it growing. Like I said, man, we rap, man. We rap on this show. You feel me? We rap on this channel right here. But excuse my laxical daziness. Tired. You feel me? Brother was working this weekend. Do security. You feel me? But anyway, like I was saying, the topic that I wanted to cover today is the Britney Griner situation. If y'all don't know who Britney Griner or what Britney Griner is or what the situation is, she went to go play basketball in Russia. She's a American. She's actually an American 6'8" female basketball player, and she's black. And she went to Russia to play basketball, and she got caught with a weed cartridge full of weed oil. You feel me? And she pled guilty, and now she could be serving up to 10 years in prison. First off, to me, honestly, I don't know how I really feel about this situation, because here are some facts. She went into another country knowing that countries like these are more strict upon criminal activities, including weed. You feel me? Marijuana is a drug out in these countries, and you will be put in jail for it, or prison for it, and it is a crime. You feel me? Of possessing it. Us over in America, we may think different, but over in their country, the rules are the rules. And she went over to that country and she broke the rules. Now, I'm not saying that it's right what they're doing to her, but the facts are the facts. She broke the rules. So I don't really know how I really feel about this situation, because at the end of the day, there has to be some accountability taken. Those people over there are the way they are because of the morals and values and the laws that they abide by. You feel me? So for you to just to just put that aside and be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna still do what I want. I'm gonna still do the shit that I do back in my country, even if it's illegal over here. It's like, and that don't fly, Jack. And when you talk about countries like this, like Russia, especially at the time where we're talking about America and Russia getting into World War III and all that shit, and all this nonsense and all that, you kind of gotta watch what you do out in these countries. You kind of gotta be careful. And what Britney Griner did was not careful. It was not. She wasn't cautious. Like, she wasn't aware of what she was doing. And you have to be aware of your actions in these countries because, like I said, what may be a little offense or not even against the law over here, it may not be that way in other countries. So you have to take some accountability and be like, I fucked up. I broke the law. And off the simple fact that, like, I see a lot of people, like, I see a lot of people, like, saying if it was LeBron or if it was a male player or whatever, they would have never. Yeah, they would. They would do the same thing because that's the law over there. Gender, it doesn't separate anything. This is what equality is. You come here, you break the law, you will be thrown in jail. I bet you if anybody else did that, they would be thrown in jail in Russia. You feel me? So yeah, I'm kind of on the fences about that. I don't know what to think. I think it's bullshit because it's just weed. But at the end of the day, you have to respect these people's law. Like, you have to respect it. I was watching Joe Rogan the other day, and I'm really a big fan to him. Joe Rogan, he's invited to any one of my cookouts. I don't give a fuck what he says, you feel me? Joe Rogan's a great guy, but it's like this. A lot of people are saying, oh yeah, America should do something about this, that, and the third. We should go over there. But I'm kind of on the fences about that too, because you have people locked up in this country, in America, in the United States of America, for possession of marijuana or vape cartridge. I think the vape cartridge is still a F felony. So, like, a class F felony. So it's like, you have people over here, everyday people, people who aren't famous, who don't have the spotlight on them, who they went to jail for, some of them, like, for like 25 years and shit. And it's like, for having weed, for growing weed, for possession of weed, and nobody is crying for them. But just because Britney Griner is a celebrity, now we're gonna cry for her. Like, again, I think that it's very harsh what they are doing to her, but at the end of the day, she broke the law in their country, and if you saying that she don't deserve that for weed, then you should take a look back at the whole United States judicial system. There's a bunch of people locked up for possession of marijuana, distributed marijuana, experimenting with marijuana, crazy shit, Some states, weed is still illegal. Some states, people are still getting locked up for weed. Right now. You go to, like, some of them southern countries, shit, nah, nigga. You get caught with a pound of weed, nigga, that's 10 years in jail still. So, it's like, people are crying out for her, but where's the cry out for these people in Virginia, Louisiana, all these people who are getting locked up, especially black men, especially black people, black men, we being locked up. Locked the fuck up for that shit. You feel me? So, like, we got time to worry about the celebrity, but you still got people who are incarcerated for a lot of years have been incarcerated for a lot of years of their life over marijuana. Where's the love at for them? Where's the protest at for them? women stand up for them. You feel me? So, I really don't know how I feel about this situation. It's kind of like you can bring, but you can also take from this situation. You feel me? So I'm really on the fences about this situation. But what I can say is, and this is why I always love to go back to this. You gotta blame this shit on Joe Biden. You really do. You gotta blame this shit on Joe Biden. And the whole, because of the simple fact that when LiAngelo Ball, if people don't know about LiAngelo Ball, he is the middle brother of NBA player Lonzo Bull and LaMelo Ball, LeVar Ball's middle child. You feel me? I don't know if you heard about his situation, but he got locked up in China for stealing out the Gucci store. Now, stealing in China is a felony, and you will be locked up for some years for doing that. As soon as they locked him up, it was theoretically he came back. But if you look at the two differences from this, the real two big differences from this situation is it was China, and this was in China, this was in Russia, and at this point of time, Donald Trump, in the LiAngelo Ball situation, Donald Trump was president, and in this situation, in this current situation, Joe Biden is our president. And you got to look at, listen, China don't play. China is just as strict as Russia on crime. Shit. But LiAngelo Ball came back like that. LiAngelo Ball came back like that. As far as I know, Joe Biden hasn't even spoke on the situation. And I'm not, hold on, pause. Let me go back real quick. I'm not saying that Donald Trump theoretically went and got LiAngelo back, but he came back a lot more quicker under Donald Trump's than what Britney Griner is under Joe Biden. I haven't even heard Joe Biden even speak on this situation. I haven't heard it. Like, maybe I'm not paying attention enough, but I haven't heard anything about it. And for all y'all trying to separate it between male and female, you got some males out here that's going hard about the situation. And this is where I say Joe Biden is fucking up, because Trump was very official when he this is one thing I gotta give to Trump, man, and this is why I love this man for president. He was very official with his authority, like waving that big stick, like, y'all motherfuckers want to threaten to pull nukes, like, we could do that. Let's go, motherfuckers. Let's go. What you want to do? We need him back ASAP. His administration was like, yo, we need him back ASAP. Whoever that, we need them niggas back ASAP. But here's the situation with Joe Biden and the whole Russia situation. We are at the brink of war with them. And you are allowing these people to keep an icon, an American icon. She's a stance in the women movement. She's a symbol in the women movement. Feminism. The people who got you, black women, the people who got you your presidency. And these people voted you and Kamala Harris in. And at the height of war, this is how you show we are strong. Nah, we need her back. This is an act of war. This is an act of war if you look at it from different views. Like, yeah, hell yeah. This is an act of war. They keeping her for a motherfucking reason. Nah, Joe, you got to do something about this. You got to do something about this. This is a symbol for the people who voted you in office. Not to let alone she's a black woman. Get her back. That's what he's supposed to be doing. But no, we don't hear. What? She got to plead guilty? The fact that she even had to plead guilty was crazy. Niggas should have been on the phone like, yo, listen, yo, Putin. Yo, homie, listen, you don't send her back over, real talk, you gonna have hell to pay. But meanwhile, we sending billions of dollars over to Ukraine? For what? Meanwhile, an American, matter of fact, a bunch of Americans are locked up in prisons for crimes that we don't consider that bad. It's an act of war. Let's go. She's a national icon. She's a symbol. Let's go. Navy SEALs troops. You know. So for those people who feel like that, I kind of feel for them too, you know. It's like I don't know how to feel about the situation. But I know that Joe Biden dropped the ball. Now, what I really think should happen is, yeah, we should go get her back, but she should have to do some time in America, because at the end of the day, you can't be going over here breaking their laws. But another point is like, yo, we are almost in war. This seems like an act of war. You feel me? This seems like an act of war. Like, this seems like we gotta go. And for Joe Biden to get voted in by black women, the feminist community, the women, the Me Too movement, and all this crazy shit, for Biden and Kamala Harris, there should be a lot more going on to get her back. I'm not saying go to war, but there should be a lot more talks about, yo, the fact that she even had to plead guilty is absurd. You know, she's a national icon for the people who voted you in office. Do something about this. And Kamala Harris, you so black, right? Go get this black woman back. This is a fellow black woman. This is a fellow, well, I don't know if she's man hating, but she, you know, this is a fellow woman. She sticks up for all that feminist shit. What's up? Where you at? Niggas sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. What's up? What happened? Where you at? So don't blame this on gender. Blame this on the fact that the people who you voted in the office ain't doing shit about this. They not doing nothing about this. You know. Real talk. You know. People elude that fact. How much you want to bet? If Trump was still in office and they took her, he'd have been like, she would have came back faster. That's a fact. She would have came back faster than LiAngelo Ball. You know? And like I said, I don't know how to feel about this situation, but I can tell you the facts. And this situation from both sides looks spooky. You feel me? I'm smoking on some good weed right now. God bless the mother green earth. You feel me? But yeah, you know, like, I feel like, again, she broke the law. She broke the law in their eyes. And it's like, why should we go do that? Why should we go through that? Why is she so important than the other other hundreds of thousands of Americans who have been locked up for possession of marijuana. But she did break the law. That's the fact. She broke the law. But it's just the fact that people trying to set y'all trying to separate it from male versus female. Nah. You gotta look at it at your president for that. You gotta look at your president for that. You know, like I said, I think this is heinous. Like, come on, but that's their law. But if y'all want something to be done, you can't. If y'all are mad at the actions being taken to resolve the situation, you can't blame it gender versus gender. You can't blame that nothing on that. You gotta blame the president, the people who are in office right now, and you gotta blame her. You feel me? She broke the law. I don't believe that was breaking the law. You feel me? It's not like she had cocaine or anything, you know, but that's their law over there. You feel me? That's the law over there. You have to abide by it. Feel me? But, you know, we are at war. You know, we are about to be at war with them, you know. Well, there's talks of being at war with them. And another thing, you feel me? Like, you know, she's an icon. This is the people who got you in the office. She's a symbol for the people who got you in the office. Go do something about this shit. You know, Trump would have made this shit happen. Trump would have made it happen. No problem. You know. So, like, yeah, man, you can't blame it on, oh, NBA versus WNBA, man versus female. Nah, none of that. Shit. How much you in the bed was a black man, nobody would have batted an eye. You feel me? They'd have been like, fuck it. If that was LeBron, they definitely would have never let that nigga go. Fuck is you talking about? Feel me? People would have been like, everybody would have been like, oh yeah, well he should have known the law. She should have known the law too. You know, you can't be doing stuff like this over there. But what I am gonna say is this is poor performance on our presidency. This is poor performance on resolving the issue by our presidency, by our government. That's what I am gonna say. You know, sorry if I'm going back and forth, you know, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. But me, honestly, I already told y'all my personal opinion. I feel like, yeah, she should be brought back, you know, but I feel like she should be in prison over here. You broke the law over there and you knew that was breaking the law. Oh, I didn't know. Well, maybe you should have took the time to look it up, you know. But yeah, she should be brought back over here because she is a national, she's American. But nah, homegirl, you going to jail. Not for years, but nah, you're definitely going to jail and you're definitely paying a fine. But, you know, this performance by our president has really been sad, you know, and this is what I'm saying. And this is why I'm kind of laughing at the whole situation, because it's like when it was the election, everybody was talking about how Trump was this, Trump was that, Trump don't care about women, Trump don't care about this, Kamala is this, Kamala is that. Where are these two in this situation? Where are they at? Where is Nancy Pelosi at? You feel me? Where are these people at in these situations? So you can't blame it on man versus female, because the people even the females who we elect in office ain't budging on this shit. You feel me? So nah, can't blame none of this shit on gender. Honestly, you can't even blame it on Russia. You got to blame it on America. Russia did what they were supposed to do. They locked somebody up for You can't blame Russia, and you can't blame gender or misogyny or anything. You can't put it on gender because Russia did what they were supposed to do. They locked somebody up for breaking a crime in their country. No matter famous, no matter what. You can't blame gender because majority of the people who voted for Joe Biden were women. Where's he at in this situation? Where's Kamala Harris, the female vice president, in this situation? How much you want to bet that if that was LeBron, they would have kept, and he broke the law like that, they would have kept him over there too? You know, that's because it was a different type of. It was a different type of. It's a different type of presidency. It's a different type of government now. You feel me? Trump, they knew. Listen, we gonna send this nigga back. The Chinese, listen, we gonna send this white motherfucker is crazy. This nigga Trump is crazy. He will push the motherfucking button. Joe Biden, nah. If you look at it, if you look at the history of China and America, the Democrats have always tried to lead us in arms with China. Always tried to lead us in arms with China. So nah. If the LiAngelo Ball situation would have happened under the Biden administration, the same thing would have happened. The same thing would have happened. You know, so like, I just want people to stop like trying to, separate it. Nah, you feel me? She broke the law. Russia did the right thing. They did what they were supposed to do. They did the right thing under their eyes of view and under their way of living, their morals and values. They did every right thing. And if you're gonna blame anybody, you gotta blame Britney Griner and you gotta blame Kamala and Joe Biden. And that's a fact, Yeah, Lonzo Bull came back, but yeah, it was under the Trump administration. It's a whole new different administration. The Biden administration is different. If it would have been vice versa, I don't even think that he would have been, oh, fuck him. Throw him in jail. Because we all know how those Democrats hate black men and men in general. Liberals hate, but even liberal men hate black men and men in general. You feel me? So, yeah. You know what side I'm rocking with. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah. If this was Trump in this era with this Britney Griner situation, she would have came back a lot quicker. Definitely. And it's been proven to you. Trump had beef with China. They sent that nigga back. They sent LiAngelo Ball back. My fault, I was saying Lonzo Bull, but LiAngelo Ball back. They sent him back. And Trump had beef with them. He told them niggas to eat the frank. Fuck you. We ain't trading with you niggas no more. So, Joe Biden, what's going on? What's going on? Black Lives Matter. Where's all the people at who voted for him? All these organizations. Where y'all at? This is a Black Lives Matter situation. This is a feminist situation. This is a liberal situation. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Don't blame us. Blame them. Don't blame men. Don't blame LeBron. Feel me? My fault. Yeah, I had to roll up. You know, but I really want to see how this situation turns out because I just want to see like the outcome of it. Is she gonna come back? But like real talk, Kamala and Joe dropped the ball. This is the time when you're supposed to go get somebody back. This is the time when you're supposed to show that, listen, no matter what, to the people who voted for me, no matter what, I'm gonna go get this person because she's an American. She stands for what? The shit that I was talking. Progress for women. For black women. For the feminist community. I stand for them. Kamala, I'm here for my sisters. This, that, and the third. Go get this black woman back. Especially at this time. We need her back. Yeah. I bet you Donald Trump ain't looking so bad as president now, right? But yeah, man, it's a sticky situation, and I really don't know how to feel about it. But what I am is stating the facts, man. The facts are the facts. You feel me? She broke the law. Russia did not do nothing wrong under their eyes, because that was the law over there. Way before she broke that law, she went over there and she went over there and committed her criminal acts. That was the law. And if you're gonna be mad at the man in power, the man and the woman in power, who supposedly spoke for y'all. You feel me? Let's talk about that. You feel me? But I hope she does come back, but I do think that she should have to serve some jail time because she went over there and she didn't educate herself on the do's and don'ts over there. You feel me? So and maybe she was just ignorant to the fact. She was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna smoke over here. I'm gonna bring my shit over here, this, that, and the third. And she just ignored it. You feel me? Maybe people were telling her. And I really want to see this because if people were telling her like, yo, listen, over there in Russia, they don't don't bring your weed, this, that, and the third, then this is on a different story. But if she went over there just not knowing, she ain't, all right. But like, if she went over there knowing that weed was illegal and the type of the cartridge and all that shit was unlawful to have, then why even do it? You just exclude. You showing that you don't care about law. So it's like, yeah, she should, once she gets over here, she should do some time. But at this moment, yeah, she should come back. At this moment, she should come back, but she should have to show some jail time. That's my personal opinion. That's the way I feel about it. But we have to, we really have to do notice that, like, yeah, cool, like, yeah, this is happening to her, but there are a whole bunch of other people in America who are going through the shit too. There are people who serving life sentences for marijuana right now. Let's do that. Let's take care of the Britney Griner situation and change all this shit. You feel me? Let's give pardons to people who've been caught with massive amounts of weed. So fucking what? You feel me? Like, let's do that. But like, I think when Britney Griner comes back, she should have to serve some jail time, like probably like 60, 70 days in jail, hard labor, you feel me? To make her get the aspect like, yo, listen, you can't go over here and break these people's rules like this. Like, you feel me? Just because you're a celebrity, it doesn't give you the right to. Just because you feel a certain way doesn't give you a right to go against the law. You feel me? So yeah, she shouldn't have to serve some jail time. But at this moment, in the height of war, for the people who voted you in, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris should have to go. They should have to answer for this. You know, we need her back. You know, we need her back ASAP. You feel me? But, you know, people want to blame men. Blame the nigga that you brought, you voted in. The nigga and the female that you voted in. You voted in. Smoke that go weed. That was a bad pull. And another thing, I want to give a shout out to my man LeBron. Because I know he sees all this craziness. How people compare him in the situation if it was LeBron, this, that, and the third. And my man still screaming, free Britney Griner. Still putting on for y'all. So, big commend for that. But big commitment, big appreciations to that man. But nah, this ain't about gender in this. This is about war. This is about being knowledgeable. This is about knowing what you're getting yourself into. This is about being prepared. This is about breaking the law. This is about the people who you choose to represent this country. This is about all that, but this ain't about no gender. So let's stop. Let's stop with that whole concept. But I can't say bad job on our presidents, our vice president, and the whole government. Bad job. You know, this is unacceptable. Like, I don't know how we let something like this happen. This is unacceptable. The fact that she even had to plead guilty was like, what? Huh? This is what y'all stand for. Kamala and Joe, this is what y'all stand for. So, yeah, man. Like I said, I look at it from a man's point of view, from a logical aspect, you feel me? And you know, like I said, that's what I think. I gave you what I think should happen, but I don't know how to really feel about the whole situation. But what I can do is take out the facts, you know, extract the facts from the situation, you feel me? And this is a messy situation, you feel me? And I hope that, you know, Britney Griner finds her way home, you know, I hope this, like, but I also hope that she learns from this situation, like, hey, yo, listen, I can't do whatever I want, especially in other countries, because other countries ain't like America. You're a celebrity, you don't get away with what you want. In other countries, in America you might, but in other countries like Russia, you don't get away with what you want. They will, especially at the time of war. Like, yeah, you thought you was gonna come over here and just break the law now. But what I can say is, like, this is a bad job on our government. Real talk, you know. But what I do want to say to everybody is, you know, we gotta fight for those who've been locked up for this. You feel me? We gotta start paying more attention to the people who've been inside the country who've been locked up for this shit too. You feel me? Britney Griner, she's no different from the average brother. The only thing that makes her different is she's famous. But where are, like, you know, even me, I've been in trouble over weed. You feel me? It's like, you got a bunch of brothers locked up in places down south. Maybe not in like the liberal cities or whatever, but these liberal cities got their past too. So like it's like all around America. You feel me? It's like people been getting locked up for weed for for a long period of time. You feel me? And like, if we're gonna sit here and have all this animosity toward the situation with Brittany Griner, we gotta have an animosity toward these other situations too. Like, yo, let's free all these people. You feel me? But well, people ain't looking at the bigger picture. You feel me? So, you know, again, man. Like I said, man, this is rap. We rap. We rap. And my rap is no cap. Revolutionary, advanced people, That's how we do it, This is another episode, I just want to give a big shout out, to, the Most High God Himself, you feel me? I want to give a big shout out to the Mary Jane, you feel me? And I want to give a big shout out and a big, my heart to all the people who've been prosecuted for having weed, you feel me? And convicted and lost they long periods of time over weed, you feel me? So, that's the episode, rap, revolutionary, advanced people, you feel me? It's your boy RJ, and that was another episode, man. It's another episode.